Hello dear students, today we will discuss about velocity and acceleration and a time period of a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so this reason first we consider that velocity of the particle of SHM, it means a simple harmonic motion. The first concept we consider that velocity of the particle. Of SHM, it means a simple harmonic motion. Dear students, you already know that the displacement of a simple harmonic motion, so that's one is directly proportional to the acceleration. Displacement, it means acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement and the direction of acceleration towards the mean position. So that's one is one concept. Okay, you already know that displacement of the particle of SHM, so that's when we consider that y is equal to a sine omega t. So this one we consider that displacement of a simple harmonic motion. By using this displacement, we want to calculate velocity and acceleration of the simple harmonic motion. You already know that displacement changes with respect to time, so that's one is a velocity. The same way, so displacement of a particle of a SHM, we consider that y is equal to a sine omega t. So differentiate this is equation with respect to time, then we get a velocity. It means a displacement changes with respect to time, so then we get a velocity. So this reason here differentiate equation star with respect to time. Yes, so this displacement changes with respect to time, then we get a velocity of a particle. So this reason, so here differentiate this equation, dy divided by dt is equal to, okay, a is a constant and a sine omega t, so this one is a variable, it means a sine function, so that's one is variable as well as a time is there. So this reason here we consider that a omega cos omega t. Why? Because so here we consider that two variable, one is a sine function, another one we consider that a time period. So this reason dy by dt is equal to a, so sine theta, so differentiate sine theta, then we get a cos theta, and here we consider that t is also variable, again we differentiate this omega t, then what happen, here we get omega, so this reason a omega cos omega t. Okay, and here we consider that dy by dt, it means the displacement changes with respect to time, so that's when we consider that velocity. Another one, so cos omega t. Okay, so this cos omega t we can write it as cos omega t is equal to whole root of 1 minus sine square omega t. Why? Because here we consider that a sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, and here we want a cos square theta value, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, so here square is there, so this reason, so cos theta is equal to whole root of 1 minus sine square theta. In place of theta we consider that omega t, so this reason here we consider that cos omega t, we can write it as a whole root of 1 minus sine square omega t. Okay, so this reason in place of cos omega t we can write it as a sine square omega t. Okay, so dy by dt, so we consider that velocity v. Okay, so this reason here a has it is and omega has it is, and here we consider that cos omega t, in place of cos omega t we consider that 1 minus sine square omega t, omega t. Okay, so we consider that velocity a is amplitude and omega we consider that angular frequency, whole root of 1 minus sine square omega into t. So t we consider that a time period. So this reason here, so this a take inside of this root. So this reason here v is equal to omega as it is whole root of a into 1 a, but here square is there, but here only a is there, so this reason a square minus, and here we consider that a square sine square omega t. So this a take inside the root. Okay, so here we consider that so this equation, okay, you already know that a omega y is equal to a sine omega t. So a sine omega t is nothing but a displacement y. Okay, a square sine square omega t is there, so this reason in place we consider that y square. So this reason v is equal to omega whole root of a square minus y square. Omega v is equal to omega root of a square minus y square. Okay, so this equation we consider that a velocity of a simple harmonic motion. Suppose when we consider that the particle it is in a mean position. Yes, when particle it is a mean position, then displacement is 0, then velocity is also 0. Suppose v is equal to omega whole root of a square minus y square. A square we consider that amplitude, and y square we consider that displacement, and v we consider that velocity. Omega is angular frequency at angular velocity. So this one we consider that velocity of the particle of a SHM. Next we want to calculate acceleration. Okay, so acceleration of the particle of a SHM, simple harmonic motion. Okay, so displacement y is equal to a sin omega t, we consider that displacement. Okay, so y is equal to a sin omega t, we consider that a displacement of a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so differentiate this equation, then we get a velocity. Again velocity differentiate with respect to time, then we get a acceleration. So this reason differentiate equation star with respect to time t. So differentiate equation star with respect to time t, then we get a velocity. Okay, so this reason, so dy by dt is equal to a omega cos omega t. Okay, so here we get a velocity of a particle. Next one, so differentiate this equation with respect to time. Why? Because 2 times of displacement of 2 times differentiate of this displacement, then we get a acceleration. So this reason again differentiate this equation. So d square y by dt square. Okay, so 2 times of differentiate this equation, then we get a acceleration. 2 times of differentiate this equation, then we get a acceleration. Why? Because so first time differentiate of this displacement, then we get velocity. Again velocity differentiate with respect to time, then we get a acceleration. Okay, so here we consider that a d square y by dt square. So this reason a, so omega square, so cos square, it means a cos theta differentiate with respect to time, then we get a minus a sin theta. So this reason here we consider that a minus sin omega t. Okay, so d square y by dt square is equal to a omega square into bracket, so cos omega t. So initially we consider that a omega cos omega t, then again differentiate this equation a omega square minus sin omega t. Why? Because so cos omega t, so this one we consider that variables. So here trigonometric function is there as well as a time period is there. So this reason differentiate this equation, minus cos omega t into omega. So omega into omega, omega square. Okay, so differentiate this equation means minus sin omega t into omega. Okay, already omega is there, omega into omega, so omega square into bracket minus sin omega into t. Okay, so this reason here we consider that this equation we can write it as d square y by dt square is equal to, minus take outside, minus into omega square into a sin omega t. Okay, d square y by dt square is equal to minus omega square into a sin omega t. Okay, so this reason here we consider that d square by dt square, d square y by dt square, we consider that acceleration, and y is equal to a sin omega t. In place of a sin omega t we consider that y. So this reason acceleration a is equal to minus omega square into y. Okay, acceleration is equal to minus omega square into y. So this one is the acceleration of a simple harmonic motion, and this one is velocity of a simple harmonic motion. And the next concept we consider that force law of SHM. Okay, so force law of SHM. Suppose if you consider that this one is a spring, if you apply some force at one end of a spring, another end fixed with a rigid surface. If you apply some amount of force, then what happens? So this spring is stretched. This spring is stretched, it means a spring is displaced. Then after removal of this external force, then what happens? So this spring moves back in a same position, because of when you apply the force, so this spring is displaced, and inside this spring, then what happen? Force is restores. It means we consider that a potential energy. By using this potential energy, so this spring goes to its initial position. So this reason, so that's a potential energy of that molecule, we consider that a restoring force. So this reason, if you apply some force, for example here we consider that a rigid surface and this one is a spring. If you apply some force to this spring, then what happens? So this one is stretched. Then after removal of force, so this one is goes to the initial position because of a restoring force. So this restoring force is directly proportional to the displacement. Why? Because whenever displacement increases, then restoring force is also increases. Yes, so this reason, so this restoring force is directly proportional to the displacement. Okay, so here we consider that x is a displacement, and here f we consider that a restoring force. And a restoring force and applied force both are opposite in direction, because I will apply force in this direction, it means a restoring force is developed in opposite direction. When you remove this external force, then what happens? By using this restoring force, so this spring goes to its initial position. So this reason, applied force and restoring force both are in opposite direction, as well as displacement and restoring force both are opposite in direction. Why? Because initial position, and if you apply force, so this spring is displaced up to x amount. So displacement we consider that in this direction, and restoring force is opposite direction. So that's why here we consider that this force F is equal to K, we consider that force constant into displacement, and here we consider that a negative sign. So this negative sign indicates displacement and restoring force both are in opposite direction. Yes, so this one we consider that a force law of a SHM. It means a displacement of a simple harmonic motion particle is directly proportional to the restoring force, and displacement and restoring force both are in opposite direction. Okay, so next one we consider that frequency and time period of a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so this one is important question. Yes. So before going to this question, here we consider that one derivation. So that's one is omega is equal to whole root of k divided by m. Omega is equal to whole root of k divided by m. Okay, so derive omega is equal to whole root of k divided by m in S H m, simple harmonic motion of simple harmonic motion. Okay, so here omega we consider that angular frequency and k is a force constant, and m we consider that mass of SHM. It means a mass of suspended spring, or we consider that a pendulum bob. So that's when we consider that a m. Okay, so this reason here we consider that according to force law, F is equal to minus k into displacement. Okay, so here displacement we consider that x, otherwise we consider that y, both are same. So this reason here we consider that F is equal to minus k into x, or in place of x we consider that y, both are same. If we consider the displacement x, otherwise y. Okay, so this reason here, so force is equal to mass into acceleration. So force is nothing but mass into acceleration. So this reason in place of F we consider that mass into acceleration is equal to minus k into y. You already know that acceleration of a SHM. So acceleration of SHM, so that's one is nothing but minus omega square into y is equal to minus k into y. Okay, so minus get cancel and y get cancel. So here we get m omega square is equal to k. Yes, omega is equal to k divided by m. Okay, so here square is there, and in this side we consider that whole root. Okay, omega is equal to whole root of k divided by m. So this one is a one simple derivation of a angular frequency of a SHM. Okay, next we want to calculate frequency and the time period of a SHM by using simple pendulum. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so here we want to calculate frequency and a time period of a SHM for a simple pendulum. Okay, so expression for frequency and time period of SHM, simple harmonic motion. Okay, so here we consider that by using this simple pendulum we will calculate frequency and time period. So this reason here we consider that so this one is a rigid surface, and this one is a simple pendulum thread, and this one is a bob. Okay, when you apply the force, then what happen? It start to oscillating. It start to oscillating. Okay, so here m we consider that a mass of a bob, and downward we consider that a acceleration due to gravity. So this reason in this direction we consider that m into g. M is mass of a bob and g is a acceleration due to gravity. It means a downward direction, so force we consider that m into g. And the length of this pendulum we consider that L. Length of a pendulum is L. And the displacement. So displacement we already know that y is a displacement. Why we consider that a displacement of this simple pendulum? Why? Because O we consider that initial position, and A we consider that extreme position, and here we consider that S, and here we will get a theta. Okay, y is displacement of a simple pendulum, L is the length of a pendulum, and A we consider that extreme position, O is a mean position, and theta we consider that angle suspended by this simple pendulum. Okay, and here when you apply the force in this direction according to vectors, here we consider that mg cos theta, mg cos theta. So this reason in this direction we consider that mg sin theta, mg sin theta, and here the force acting along this string, so that's when we consider the tension force T, force acting along this string, so that's one is a tension force T. Okay, so this reason here we consider that one thing, acceleration of a bob, acceleration of a bob. You already know that acceleration of this SHM is directly proportional to the displacement, and acceleration, the direction of acceleration towards the mean position. And here, so acceleration of a bob is equal to component of a weight, component of weight towards mean position. Yes, so acceleration of a bob is a component of weight towards the mean position. It means suppose it start to oscillating, so acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, and the direction of this acceleration towards the mean position. Towards the mean position, here we consider that mg sin theta. So this reason acceleration of a bob is equal to component of a weight towards the mean position, component of weight towards the mean position. It means the direction of a mean position, so that's when we consider that mg sin theta. Okay, so this reason acceleration, we already know that A is a acceleration. Yes, you already know that acceleration of a simple pendulum minus omega square into y. So this reason here we consider that acceleration. Yes, so this acceleration, it means a component of weight towards the mean position, so that's when we consider that minus mg sin theta. A we consider that acceleration. Okay, so this reason here we consider that minus mg into sin theta. Okay, so here mg is there, so this reason here also we consider that m into a. It means we consider that so this one is in this direction force we is equal to mg cos theta, in this direction force we consider that mg sin theta, and downward we consider that mg. Okay, already we know that force acting along this string is T, it means a tension force, and downward we consider that mg. So this reason, so here we consider that the force is equal to, in this side the force is equal to mg sin theta, so that's when we consider that minus. Why? Because in this direction is there towards the mean position, so that's when we consider that minus mg. Okay, so this reason here force is equal to minus mg sin theta. Okay, so this reason here we consider that m into a, in place of a we consider that minus omega square y, because of here we consider that acceleration is nothing but a minus omega square into a, so this one is the acceleration of a simple harmonic motion, and here has it is minus mg sin theta. Okay, so this theta value is nearly equal to theta, so this reason, so sin theta nearly equal to theta, so that's why m get cancel. So here minus omega square y is equal to minus g into theta, so minus minus get cancel. Okay, and here y is equal to, sorry, omega into y, omega square into y is equal to g into theta. So theta we consider that angular displacement. Okay, so angular displacement theta is equal to displacement divided by length. It means so this displacement, so suppose this oscillation in this side, and the y we consider that arc length, and L is a radius of a circle. So this reason, so L divided by y divided by L, it means arc length into radius. Okay, theta is equal to y divided by L. Okay, so this reason here we consider that theta is equal to y by L. Okay, omega square y is equal to g. So theta value y divided by L, y get cancel. So this reason omega square is equal to g divided by L. As suppose omega we consider that angular frequency, so this reason omega is equal to 2 pi divided by t. Yes, so that's why omega is equal to whole root of g divided by L. Okay, in place of omega is 2 pi divided by t is equal to whole root of g divided by L. Okay, so this reason here we consider that we want to calculate a time period. So time period, it means t is equal to 2 pi whole root of L divided by z. Okay, so this one is the time period of a simple harmonic motion. In a simple pendulum concept, t is equal to 2 pi whole root of L divided by z. Suppose we want to calculate a frequency. So frequency is nothing but a reciprocal of a time period. Yes, by using this equation we easily calculate a frequency, and this one is the time period of a simple harmonic motion in oscillating of a simple pendulum bob.